Hello and welcome to the EsportsWales coverage of the ESEA Open. Tonight, as ever, McCready Poo is joined by the beautiful Reaper Steve, and we'll be watching Team Tan going up against Vasta Gaming. And Steve, how are you doing, my man?
Yeah, not bad at all. Ready for Overpass. Overpass being the map for tonight. Little bit of news coming out from Team Tan tonight as well. So not the best of news. But I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, if you're watching this like you should be on the EsportsWales Twitch, then you'll know that we're not exactly biased, but we do kind of want Team Tan to have a strong showing. And as it seems Snow has departed the team, it looks like it's going to be very difficult for them to do so tonight, because Vasta Gaming, they've been relatively impressive, haven't they?
Yeah, they have indeed. And it's going to be a bit of a... It's going to be an awkward one as far as like EsportsWales are concerned, because Snow being quite an integral part of the team itself. The boy can frag. The boy is a very good player under the right circumstances, and I think I don't think they're gonna be as comfortable playing into this, especially going in with a 4-man stack as opposed to a 5-man stack. Team Tan have four wins, 8 losses at the minute. Vasta game of 5 wins, 7 losses. So not an awful lot of difference in teams, in the sense of win-loss ratio. Not a huge amount of difference, but at the same time, like, you want to go in with 5, especially if you're going up against a team that have, one out of two attempts at Overpass, and won it quite comfortably as well. Their last couple of games, their last win for Vasta Gaming was a FFW, so they had a free win out of that match. The match after, which was back on the 4 days ago, they lost that 9-16. But then you look at like Team Tan's win-loss ratio. 4th, they didn't play. They weren't able to get the team together to play for it, so they actually lost on a forfeit. They lost 16-2, 16-1, 16-3, 16-1. Those sort of losses can mount up on players, and they can kind of they can knock you back. They can knock you back as far as your sort of happiness is concerned within the team, as well as your kind of like momentum to play within the team.
Yeah, especially now that you're that you're going into a game with someone who might be a team that might be even level, I think we might say, based on the stats that you've just ran us through, and going in without that 5th player and just going into play a 4v5, you hate to be playing it even halfway through the game, but going into it,
you're going up against heavy hitters. Like that's the biggest issue with it, I feel, is that you're going to be going up against some heavy hitters as far as the team is concerned. You're a man down already before you jump into the game itself. Overpass isn't the nicest of maps to play with a man down anyway. And we've seen how teams struggle with being a man down on Overpass as well. It would be fairly interesting to see what these guys can do. And, hopefully they do turn up tonight, and hopefully we do get we do get something out of it, at least anyway. But I would imagine Team Tan, they're going to go through some changes before the next map, the next match, which, if I'm not mistaken, is on the 8th. So they've got 3 days, if not including today, to kind of pull something together before they go up against Strategio. For those asking in the chat, both teams, if they're happy to go with only 4 players, then both teams agree to it, then they can go with only 4 players. ESEA rules is that only paid players under that team's name can actually play for that team, and as long as they've checked in prior to check off.
So essentially,
I've had to learn that, by the way, because of issues that we had a couple weeks ago, McCready, when me and you were sat here waiting for a game to kick off, and it never happened because no one turned up for it. So yeah, big shame. And I think Team Tan will be looking at them heading in, and I could be completely wrong, because the analysis and the mentality, that's the stuff I leave to you, Steve, because you know a lot more what you're talking about. But I think if I was in Team Tan's position, I'd probably say, okay, we're not going in with the best odds. Let's give it our best go, try and enjoy it, and not really struggle. Just, if you lose rounds, if you start losing stuff, don't really worry about it. Just try and enjoy yourself, most importantly. Yeah, I mean, play for the enjoyment factor of it. over the kind of, play for the enjoyment factor over it, as opposed to playing for, the win continuously and pushing through like you would be at an esports level. For for tonight especially, I'd probably say that's probably your best bet. And like we said before, Overpass unfortunately is one of those maps where it's not an easy map to play, and it's also not a very forgiving map to play as well as a 4-man stack. So you've got to understand that going into it. You want to relax yourself into tonight and not really rush into stuff and not really overcommit and just enjoy the night and see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's very much, like I've said, I think it's very much one of those where if you go in with a more, okay, it's just going to be like a pug game or a scrim, you've got to, don't let it affect you too hard.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
I think they're going to have to. They're going to have to go in with that mindset of like, let's just enjoy ourselves. Treat it as a matchmaking, treat it like it's a normal 5v5, but we've kicked the player, that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, for lack of a better way of putting it, and this is a very Welsh thing to say, but suck it and see. You're not really going to, be able to tell what you're going to get out of the night unless you crack on with it. And I'm thankful that we're here tonight and we can see that EsportsWales are going, well, okay, we're play it down, but they're still get into the game. They still do what we do best. Let's try and get a couple of rounds out of it. Maybe put a bit of learning into it as well. Also, this is a good learning moment, and this is a key moment for players to really jump into at the deep end and be like, well, crap, we're a couple of players down, but at the same time, we're going to give it our all and see what we can do.
Yeah, and I think that's a very positive way to look at it, and in my opinion, probably the right way too, I think. But speaking of enjoying yourself, if you would like to do that, make sure to check out EsportsWales, because like you can see, Team Tan would need a stand-in and need somebody on that team. So if you check out the Discord playing in CSGO, check it out, because you might be able to be on this screen. Even if you don't play CSGO, you can play other games like Siege. I'm currently on one of the teams for the brand new teams for that game. We've got other games such as FIFA Pro Club, if I'm not mistaken, and Overwatch, all that stuff. They're really trying to bring in a lot more teams. So, make sure to check it out. It's a really good opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. EsportsWales, EsportsWales has certainly given a lot of opportunities to a lot of people. So I definitely recommend it. If you've got, a few minutes spare, jump in the Discord or jump in on Twitter and have a look to see what these guys are up to. You're looking at, you're looking at quite a nice sort of background, nice community. And there's a lot of different games, as you said, being played in there. We played Siege in there the other day. We used it ourselves when we did our little production, matchmaking stuff that we did for CS. So, there's always stuff going on there.
Yeah, and Steve, I've been thinking tonight after we've had a enjoyable game casting, and I've sorted out some of the stuff I need to do. Would you like to join me for some Siege in the EsportsWales Discord?
I wouldn't.
Would it be CSGO?
Tonight I wouldn't be able to. I have some stuff on this evening that I got to sort out. So once cast is finished, I'll be heading off onto my own channel because I've got to do some World of Warcraft stuff.
Okay, so essentially then, my DMs are open to anyone in chat who would like to come in and play some Siege with me. But Steve, where do you stream World of Warcraft? Is the big question.
I stream that on my own channel, so on twitch.tv/ReaperSteve. You can also buy my mixtape on there. I haven't got a mixtape, by the way, I'm joking.
Well, I think you should.
Like I should have a mixtape, yeah. You can you can certainly go to twitch.tv/ReaperSteve. You can find me on there pretty much every day. I double dip quite a lot, so I'll end up casting with the SW or casting with other people I end up working with. And then you'll find me then immediately after the cast is finished, jumped on my channel doing my own bits and pieces. So thank you. By all means jump in there and have a look. If you don't want to, you can always have a look at my Twitter, help me get to 800 followers. That's my next goal is 800 followers on Twitter.
Absolutely making waves, Steve.
Hopefully.
I do think while we are waiting for just a few more players, we might be looking at a break.
Yes, we could potentially look at a quick break. I'm going to throw Jakey under the bus and see if he's got one ready for us. Yeah, so we'll take a quick break, watch a quick video. I believe this is probably going to be on special effects. They are banging videos, or bangers of videos anyway. So definitely enjoy this. And we'll be back with you in a few minutes when everyone's ready.
My name is Aaron. I'm 15 years of age, and gaming is a true hobby of mine. My hands, I could notice they were just getting weaker, and I found it really hard to play games. And then the year progressed, and then I started getting a bit depressed because I just couldn't play anymore. It would be too exhausting. So I'll be honest, I didn't think special effects would be able to help me, but they tried different angles, different positions, and they made this brilliant system that I use today. It's changed my life, honestly. With my adaptive system, with my feet, I use 2 controllers. I use the joysticks, the A, B, X and Y buttons, and then I use 2 ultralight switches on my right hand, which I use for the triggers, and then 2 ultralight switches on my left hand, which I use for the bumpers. So I had everything that I would normally use on a standard controller adapted to me, and I could use them again. With my disability, I'm limited to do things. I don't want to sound like a gameaholic, but it was one of the only things I could do for enjoyment. So gaming has really opened up that door for me, and my life was restored back to the way it was. I was playing games, I had a social network like I did before, I had friends. It helps connect you to other people in this world. It's just fun, and it's something for me to do, to unwind from GCSEs and pressure and, just life. So games do mean a lot to me. I don't know where I'd be without special effects. My hobby, gaming, it wouldn't be a thing anymore. So I'm really grateful for them for that.
I'm Kerry, I'm Jada's mum. Jada is almost 9, has always wanted to play computer games but never been able to. Jada's got cerebral palsy and finds fine motor skills very difficult, so the hand controls are extremely difficult. She's now got switches, a large switch for the main jumping and shooting, and then the smaller switches and joysticks, which is good for her fine motor skill because she has to use a joystick. Once Jada got the equipment, that was her off, and her words were, "I'm now a gamer," and she's been playing it and having a time of her life. Also, it's something she can play with her friends and not be excluded. She's now in the mainstream, playing games with mainstream children. She's now like her friends, or her and her dad will sit and play football. It's just having fun, and it's lovely to watch, absolutely lovely to watch. I just think special effects are amazing, and what they've done for Jada has been amazing. And thank you so much.
Hello, and welcome back to the EsportsWales coverage of the ESEA Open, and it looks like we are about to get started as we have 9 players in the server now, meaning that as soon as Steve has returned, we will be looking at an incredible game, and hopefully Team Tan, from the perspective of the EsportsWales channel, hopefully Team Tan can put up a strong showing and really enjoy this game. And Andarish, you absolutely love to see it. I would like to thank you for subbing to this channel and enabling all of the incredible work here that EsportsWales do.
Yes,
I myself,
indeed.
We're not contracted with them, so I think we get the license to use our personal opinion when we say, yeah, they do incredible work, and it's a well-used sub.
Yes, well done. Congratulations. You now have access to the dragon emotes, so enjoy those. We do have all 9 players in game, so I think we should hopefully be ready to go once everyone ready's up, at least anyway. Obviously, there has been a bit of memeing in chat. I don't know if it's legit or not. with Cloudy saying basically they're going to stack B on CT for every round. So let's see if that actually happens or not. But I mean, why not have a bit of banter?
So, Steve, if you don't mind, because I do not want to mess up pronouncing that name, would you like to thank the next sub we've had in chat?
Fuquan, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime on the 5th month of your subscription.
Yeah. And yet again, thank you for enabling us to do all the incredible work here.
Yes, thank you for feeding my gambling addiction. That is a joke, by the way.
It is a joke. However, what isn't a joke is the incredible observations you can see from Salty J here. Look at this. This is beautiful. I really feel like we've said it before. ESL Wales. I think that's what we said.
Yes. ESL Wales is exactly what you said before, with Jay, giving us the goods essentially. So very nicely done from Jay. As we've said, we are still waiting for them to ready up, lads. At the minute, they haven't really still messing around, more or less. This is normally a lot quicker than this, where they just jump in, but could be just that. It could be either side of just memeing at the minute. I'll be honest with you, and the reason why I think they're just memeing at the minute is because we've not really seen it go on for a very long time for them to jump in and have like a lengthy kind of warm up. So I mean, it could be anything. Plus, also we can't see who's not readied up as well. So that doesn't really help, does it? Let's be honest.
No matter what, I think now's an outstanding time to talk about some of the upcoming events with Esports Wales. I believe that looking forward, I believe we've got a few more games lined up for this ESEA Open because we're far from done, aren't we?
Yeah. So as far as Team Tan are concerned, they have 5 games left in total, and I believe it's the same for Team Yao. I may be completely wrong, but I don't actually. It is the same. I've just been told by production it is the same. So yeah, there's 5 games left between now and the end of Open, with a potential 6th game. And then obviously if either team qualify from Open to go into playoffs, then we have the playoffs that fall in immediately after that as well. So this could go on for quite a while, depending on if either team get to the chance of playoffs. It would be nice to see, but I would imagine, given Team Tan's kind of situation at the minute, it's probably not likely with the loss ratio. But we're live anyway.
Yeah, we are, and hopefully we will be coming back live to you as long as possible. But the 9th round will be kicking off, and this, as you all know, will determine who is starting out attack and defense on this map. As we see the 9th round's kicking off, Arya will find a kill and get killed, but Stings, not to be outdone, will get one of his own as Kensu and Osu find a kill of their own. Ooh. Cloudy able to even it out here into a 1v1, and you do hate to see it, honestly. That's 2 players gone, and Cloudy's looking for his 3rd, and neither player, both on half HP. This is a 1-hit, no matter how you get it. So, Kenso will deliver the final blow, and Vasta Gaming will have their pick of what side.
Yeah, you do. You hate to see it, depending on which side you're looking at. I mean, like from obviously EsportsWales' perspective, that's pretty banging of Cloudy to get 2 knife picks one after another, more or less, and almost take the starting round for ESW. But obviously disappointed that he isn't able to kind of finish it out for EsportsWales, but at the same time did what he needed to do to kind of prove his worth in that sense. Obviously, we saw that they were going to stack B when they're on CT. I'd imagine we're going to see a lot of rush rounds coming from EsportsWales.
Yeah, and the pistol round will kick off as Hampus is getting the 1 kill and is able to tag up Fuhan. He's looking for another, but Cloudy's there to help pinch Vizy. Boyle gets 1 and 2, as EB picks up a 3rd. Stings is able to get a trade, but he's on his own now. He's 1 shot, and Vizy will just clean it up.
Yeah, Hampus in the charge there gets a nice early frag with a clean headshot there. Hampus is a fragger as well, as we both know. So hopefully we'll see a bit more of him fragging out as the evening progresses.
Yeah, I'd absolutely love to see some of that. And as we see Vasta Gaming, they now have the money and the weapons advantage, and also that 1-man advantage they're going to have for this whole game. Seeing a bit of a force buy coming out just to shut down Team Tan here.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we're going to probably see a lot of rushing from Team Tan. If they're going to be stacking B every single round, then I would imagine we'll see. Wow.
Hampus is able to pick up a quick kill as Kuhan gets a trade onto Cloudy, but Arya, with that Glock, will not be outdone and will get one of his own. And Hampus is able to tag up a player, but Baby will find him. Pushes a site as Arya looks to plant, but he's on his own on that site, and it's all down to Stinks with a Glock. All he's got is that pistol. He's coming up against rifles for P350, sorry, and he nearly finds EB, but the SMG is just too good.
Yeah, SMG's a little bit too good from there, unfortunately. Unfortunately for him, going up against a MP9 with a P250 is not going to help him. He's always going to. I think he's always going to come off the worse off on that one, unfortunately. But again, as I said, it's kind of the damage is being dealt as such. They are taking names and they are dropping players. But is it enough really to kind of like win a round off these guys at the moment? No, because we can see that they're not. But they are doing some damage here, and then Sting's just wow.
Sting's getting a clean one shot, and Hampus is able to come behind and get a kill. And now the odds are in Team Tan's favor, but Arya will fall. Cloudy on this B site alone will be looking to make something of this and catch Kenzo away, which he will. The wallbang will find him as Kuhan gets a kill of his own, and we see Cloudy. He's looking to slow down his play here, as well as Stings. Yeah,
slowing it down it's gonna do one of two things. It's either going to help him build a bit more of a momentum up as they start to ramp things up. We've still got 55 seconds left on the clock for them to get to a site. Bomb is kind of hovering on its way towards A, so slowing that momentum down does one of two things. It either plants the seed out in CT's heads that they're going to rotate to B, or it gives them more time to prep for defense. And we can see that they've just used that time to kind of prep. Kuhan backed up a bank staircase. That's a good position for him to be in.
But he will find a kill off of it, but will get tagged. Daisy, however, is here to support him. Cloudy picks up one, and the other. Team Tan pick up their first round. Very nicely played.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Very nicely.
You owe me a Coke now, you know that.
You owe me a Coke, yes.
How the rules work, mate.
Someone needs to say both our names, otherwise we can't talk ever again, isn't it? Is that another one as well? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, that was a very good, nice round from them. Big frags.
Oh, incredible casting as ever, only adding to the occasion, but we're going to see quite aggressive play with this scout here from Kuhan. But Team Tan are walking into it as we see the buy starting to come in. This Arya, looking to get a frag, will fall off quite quickly. He has information, and right now, that's what Team Tan need.
Exactly what they need, and it's exactly what they want out of that situation as well, as get all the intel they possibly can.
Stings will flash out this pipes, but pushing through walking speed a bit slowly, looks at the wrong angle. He's unable to get killed, but will fall eventually. Cloudy gets the trade, and Kansu getting a kill as Faizi finds another. Hampus on his own here. He's going to be looking to just get a couple of kills and damage this economy, but he is unable to and will fall to the Deagle as Faizi picks up the AK, and Vasta Gaming, they just a break.
Yeah. Again, it's not. They have all the advantage of weapons, but it's just not enough. We see three Vasta players there with pistols for the vast majority of that game, that round even, and EsportsWales just not able to kind of dominate on the pistol runs. I think we're probably, just to give you a heads up with chat, we're probably going to pull the replay side of things for a little bit. They've been a little bit funky for whatever reason, but it's fine. It gives me a little bit more time to talk over what we've seen without talking over what you're watching, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, don't worry. I do understand, my man, but Cloudy will spot Kenzo, and the nade will come out tagging him quite low, doing a lot of damage here as we see an eco round from Team Tan. Second nade will finish him off, however, and Team Tan possibly looking to rotate around to toilets here.
Just jumping for intel continuously from Asuku. Gonna get it in a second. That's the intel they needed.
Flash goes out, and Osku looking for a kill. But he's unable to get it. He knows they're coming and the information's given, so that's the gaming of that. But the first peak will come out, and the bullets just aren't landing. He finally finds one, but quickly gets traded by Hampus. As Arya falls, Hampus finds another and shuts down Kuhan. This site has started to be opened up, but the rest of the players are here and they have weapons. As we see. So pushing, and EB will just shut him down.
It's a very nice frag there from Hampus. Very nice indeed. We're going to give replays a quick go.
Yeah, and look at, that really opened up a lot of things because Osku died, but in a 5v4, being able to tag up these pistol players.
His faster side are very good as well, by the way, McCready, because you noticed, obviously, he's jumping for the intel, he peeks long, he sees two bodies, but he doesn't see the bomb, and the rotation isn't called. There isn't a sudden thing of, like, we've got two people here, and everyone needs to come to me. The rotation stays until they see bomb. That's very nice to see it. Even in a 5v4 situation, it's good to see the control measures.
Yeah, and we will see Kuhan nearly spotting Hampus here mid with the AWP. Hampus will finally reveal himself, but will fall to a very simple shot as we see Ariel looking to push. Osku waiting, tight right, and even as this information is given as he switches to his main gun, if he can kill Osku, those two players will be there to collapse on him very quickly.
It's just side by side, aren't they?
But Stings is coming in and we'll get the information. As Osku doesn't get the kill, but Cloudy picks up two as Stings gets one. Ariel will fall, but the hand is even. As Stings finally does fall, but Cloudy on this B site here, he's going to have to look to catch a quick rotation onto these Vasta players. They're all heading the same way. And, Cloudy, it's possible. We've seen him be able to do it, but he's going to have to get that bomb, and they are pushing him now. One comes in, he gets the kill onto Faizy, looks for the second, but EB will shut him out.
Yeah, I was almost very disappointed that they pushed him one at a time. You don't push a solo player one-on-one. You gang up, you get the two players on. It really feels like, from sort of Saku's perspective, you look at that spray again, that's two rounds in a row where he's failed to really make that much of an impact with an AK spray. He's not going to... I mean, obviously we're here for EsportsWales, but, if I was a Saku, I would not be happy bunny.
No, and, you have to be very... you have to be impartial, but as we see the push coming out from Team Tan here, we've seen it's already a 3v2, and the plant is going down, but Ariel will fall, and as the bomb goes down, Cloudy only has this Tech 9. Will get removed by Kuhan, but the Molotov comes out. Kensu's going to try and get it, but the smoke comes to help, and the defuse will go down, but the money for Team Tan there is the key thing to take away from that round.
Yeah, extra cash coming in from the bomb plants, that's going to work out quite nicely for them. I mean, what they can do with the money, I don't really know at the moment, if I'm honest with you.
It's nice to have.
Yeah, it's nice to have, but unless you're going to really do something with the money, there's not much point in having it, and that's not a slight dig or anything, any of the Team Tan players, but they just don't seem to be really doing anything with the cash flow that they've got coming in. We saw them with AKs going up against pistols and drop into pistols. It's going to be disappointed at some point, at least anyway. But again, it's 80 rounds, we're round 8 of 30, so anything can happen.
Yes, and we're going to see an AK and 3 AKs and an AWP here. And with the Team Tan pushing together, Hampus will find a kill, and no one's there to trade it. Evening this out will be very important, but Stings walks in. He doesn't see Osku, who will rip off his head. Arya able to get Kuhan, but they know that there's another player there. Flash will come out as the smoke comes, so Osku can pull back, but through the smoke, Hampus loses his head. And Osku really got to be pleased with that shot.
Yeah, definitely. He's bouncing back from his terrible sprays earlier on, at least.
Cloudy peeking, Kensu rips off his head as well. Yet again, it's a 2v2. Osku not in a very good position here to look after this site. He knows the players are on site, but he's just waiting for the rotation to come around. And, these players aren't playing without the X-rays like we are, so they know that they could go for the plant, and they have now. The two Vasta players are alone, so they're looking for a pinch, but Cloudy knows that these players are here. Utility coming out, the swing from Cloudy puts into a 2v1, and Arya with the AWP will finish it out, and Team 10 get their second round.
I very rarely say that I eat my words, but I'll eat my words on that one. Fair play to them. They made good use of the economy. They pushed aggressive to begin with. They did lose, obviously, Hampus and Stings quite early on in that push, but at the same time, Cloudy was able to clutch it up and clear that site out.
Yeah, I've got to be honest here. I think that the ability of Hampus to get that early kill, and Vasta didn't have an answer for it, being able to even it out. They lost their biggest advantage. And now we'll see them force buying as they have no money.
Yeah, they won't be force buying as such. They'll buy down to 2,000. Obviously, Kuhan being the only one a lot lower than 2,000 prior to the round ending anyway. But
see Kuhan unable to hit Stings. And Scoot trying as well, but Cloudy's coming from behind. Will tag him up, but gets the kill. Cloudy finds another, and this could be a free win for Team 10. They still have all 4 players on the board, and Vasta have a Deagle and just a pistol. Molotov comes out, but Cloudy will fall to FaZe. Still with the man advantage, they are going to be looking to make something of this, but Hampus knows where EB is. The plant goes down, the money's given, and the push starts to come out, and Hampus... if he lost that, then...
yeah, it's 2 very good rounds coming out from Team 10. 6-3, though, into the sort of latter stages of the first half. It's an awkward kind of one to really call at the minute because, you've got the quick successive rounds from Vasta Gaming, and now all of a sudden ESW are on the same kind of page where they're getting those quick, productive rounds pushing through. It could go either way, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It's definitely an uphill battle here for Team 10, but they might have just packed their hiking shoes. Who knows? As we see the wallbang come out, Hampus quickly evening it up. Those hiking shoes are definitely on his feet.
Yeah, they are indeed. It's got his... I don't even know it. Never, I don't even know any hiking shoe brands, to be honest with you, mate, to really comment on it with. But nice headshot
Cloudy
from
does,
Cloudy.
as he gets a kill onto Oscu as well, opening up a push onto this site. They have a scout here, and that's it. And Cloudy able to get another kill. He's looking for his third, and holding this site in this position, he's got a lot of potential to get it here.
We notice quite a lot as well. The bomb is very, very late to start making its way towards site. It's sort of 2 rounds in a row now, or coming up 3 rounds in a row. Very, very late getting bomb onto site itself. You'd expect them to really want to get the cash from the bomb plant as early on into the round as possible, especially after clearing site so aggressively as well. But I'd imagine we're going to see a save from the Vasta players. EB's pushed up quite far up, in fact, with that FAMAS, but obviously you can see FaZe's tucked away in the corner with the M4, not really wanting to lose that.
Because you see that they really aren't they're not in a very good position for money, and they will get some for this round. However, it's not really, weren't able to get any kills. They've lost the round.
Yeah,
you can see that the rest of the players aren't going to be in a very good position.
Yeah, and loss bonus is only a 3-round loss bonus is like 2,500 or 2,400, I think it is in the end. It's not a lot of cash really to be spreading around. And again, this is why, like I said to you a little bit early on, with regards to eco rounds for pistols, you tend to find a lot of decent teams will buy down to 2,000 or as close to 2,000 as possible while they go into an eco round.
And obviously you're talking from experience, but I'm really not, because I'm just not good at the game. But Stings able to tag up Kenso just a little bit, and Cloudy's going to be looking for the pinch, but Stings doesn't let him as he picks off the kill. The flank comes in from these players, and one of them will get a kill, but Cloudy with a very easy 3k spray down. It's all down to Kuhan, and he's pushing up to A site, but the bomb seems to be going to B, Steve.
Yep, there's good play off there from Cloudy, getting that 3k. Very, very nice 3k, in fact, from Cloudy. So that's going to pull his attention away from B side, but as I said, the bomb is already there. He has realised what the trick is up, so to speak. Okay, a nice headshot there onto Cloudy to finish him off.
Yeah, and he will pick up that AK, giving him a fighting chance. However, he's going to walk into the waiting arms of Hampus and Arya, who will finally find them just after Hampus looks away at the worst time.
Yep, indeed. He gotta look at it from the other perspective as well. And I don't normally like doing this, but it's not nice from Vasta Gaming as well. You know, to see a 5-stack going up against a 4-stack, but that 4-stack actually taking rounds off them that realistically Vasta should be winning. You know, I'm not talking about the last round, but
very nice early pick there with the open, shutting down one of these Vasta players who we've seen be very competent at fragging, as we see Osku able to pick up a quick kill, giving them back that one-man advantage, and possibly I'd probably peg him to have gone pushed that long. However, it seems he's going to be backing up a bit.
Yeah. Back up and away, maybe.
Yes, and we're going to see why, because the long push is starting to come out here. As we see Sting starting to prod around the edges, see what he can find out. Obviously, he doesn't know Osku's here, but Osku unable to hit him. He's just going to walk away.
Yeah. Back off.
He's going to peek it, but will suffer for that re-peek. Vasta Gaming back in control here. We will see Hampus starting to push. Information given to Arya. He can see the player, but doesn't get the hit. Will take us some slight damage, but not enough to damage him enough to kill him. Not really sure what's happening there, but the utility is coming out for a push. They are going to try it, and we see Hampus with that AK will look to get Osku's head, but Kuhan, the open heaven, will find him. And Arya, probably best bet would be to save there as he falls himself.
Yeah, better to save. You would argue, yes, better to save, but you'd also argue the point that they're coming in on the back of a 3-round win, so they want to try and secure another round. They know the money's okay going into the next round. Not the best, obviously, but decent enough to be able to spread some money across the 4 players they've got. I mean, yeah, I would have saved, but that's without knowing the money, and obviously I can see the money now from all 4 players. Arya and Hampus have got more than enough to buy AKs, should they need to, for the team.
Yeah, and Cloudy really not happy about that molly. We'll see Kenso jumping for information. They know that it's an AWP on the field for Vasta Gaming, as they saw last round. But going to see Team 10 looking to push towards the A side here, as we see Stings pushing up, but Kuhan will find Cloudy. Stings probably not really sure what to do now, as he knows one swing could mean his death. So he's going to back up. He comes in, and Arya will find Kuhan getting the AWP, and Stings looks for a second, but Osku gets the trade. Osku on his own here, but he knows that he can lose his gunfight, and Vast have a good chance of winning as Hampus on his own here in a 1v4. It's always an uphill battle, and now more than ever for them, they look to even it out just a little bit more to 6-5. As we see him peek, he will get shut down by Osku, who has secured an AWP for this next round.
Nice double swing there from Sting and Arya. Sting actually is the one that pulls a lot of the attention, and Arya is the one that actually finishes that shot off quite nicely. I see the Suku then realizing, right, okay, well, I can swing out on this AWP and I potentially get the kill. Does in fact get the kill and manage to pick up the AWP to secure it as well, which is even nicer.
Very much so. We're going to see some quite aggressive play from Kuhan here, as he looks for a quick frag, but Stings won't let him. Just dodging on the way with the Molotov. Cloudy is looking for his pipes play. He knows the players are going to try and stack mid here. The smoke has gone out. The players he saw, they realized they could just walk on to B here and come behind. But Vasta Gaming will back off. Start heading back to site. And Cloudy is going to have an uphill battle. He's able to spot Kuhan, but is unable to get the kill. He's pushing onto site for FaZe. Will tag him, but will fall. Unfortunately, the rest of the players not really wanting to attack this because they know that they're very much in an underdog position here. As we see the rotate, possibly to A coming out.
Yeah, last but one round as well. Got to keep that in mind and look at the money difference. You know, the amount of money that EsportsWales has not a lot to work with. Even if all players die, they get the bomb plant, they still all die. They don't have a lot of cash, so they've got to try and restack and think of a different, different perspective.
Speaking of players die there, we watched Oscu and Kuhan both fall very quickly. The Stings is only looking for more. Hampus is able to pick him off, and the saddle is firmly in Team Tan's favor. The plant is going down. 2 players, both in this 8-ramp area, will be very difficult to retake this site here. And it looks like they might be backing off, saving the weapons. They said, right, lads, we've made a few rounds. Let's just relax. The odds are in our favor heading into most rounds, so we'll take the L on this one.
Yeah, I mean, again, money situation, taking that into consideration, the economy of the fight isn't really there for it. The only player that really has decent kind of money at the moment is Kenzo. Obviously got an AK in hand, so him not losing that AK means that he can now drop that AK for someone else. He can buy himself up as well, also with the money that he has. When you look at Fai's only got 2,850 in that round anyway, so him not having a lot of cash, he's going to need to keep the AK that he's also got as well. So, the economy didn't really work out in favor of them to push that site. They potentially could have if they added a couple of $1,000 in the bank each, but it's not really the case. And we're into the final round of the first half.
And we see a quick kill from Kuhan here, shutting down Arya, and really setting the pace for the rest of this round, because Team Tan, that's really difficult. They're now in a 2-player deficit. They're going to have to push this site. They can't just wait and save for another round. They've got to push it, and we see Hampus looking for a quick kill. He's unable to get it, but Kuhan will punish him for just not knowing where he is. Sting's looking to head round mid, and it looks like a B push is on the cards here. But Kenzo and Ebi waiting to shut it down. Smoke will go out. Cloudy has got his work cut out for him, and so does Stings. But Ebi doesn't spot him in time, and will fall for his mistake. Stings looks for another. Will not be able to get it as Cloudy falls, and Kuhan from behind will shut down that half. 9-6 to Vasta Gaming.
Yeah, indeed, 9-6. Awkward run then for Hampus. He's out of position, realistically. He's trying to get the frag early on if he can. Obviously, they've just come off the back of a pretty decent quick shot from Kuhan across, sort of into T. Hampus is obviously going to try and commit to try and get that frag, but it just doesn't pay off for him because he's caught out by the rotation coming in through mid. Does actually get dropped by it, but these things happen. In CS:GO, she's a horrible mistress, as everyone knows probably from chat. Obviously, scoreboards at the very top. They will switch over in a second, but it is 9-6 in favor of Vasta Gaming.
And I think the immortal words that, don't quote me on this, but I'm about to quote someone. I think Obama said, sometimes it do be like that.
I've got no idea at all. Not a clue.
I'll tell you, he didn't. But we'll see Cloudy in this pistol round, looking for the Kuhan play here with that USPS. It's going to come behind FaZe, who shuts him down, punishing him for the aggression and giving the one potential of that USPS to Vasta Gaming. Looking to push into this A site. Team Tan rotating around now. This is a make or break round for Team Tan, as this is... They need to pick up some kills here at the very least.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's make or break just yet. We are getting to that point where it's make or break, where the round deficit is just too much for them to handle. But right now, as far as sort of EsportsWales are concerned, as many rounds as they can get off, the better.
I'm going to let you finish in a minute, but Hampus is on a tear here. As we watch Hampus' Stings able to shut down this push. And it's currently a 2v1. Hampus will fall, but Stings is able to shut him out. And somehow, 2-man deficit at the start of that round, Team 10 were able to open things up, and they have taken the initiative and will have weapons heading into this second round of the second half.
We've seen with Team Tan, their pistol rounds are always very decent rounds to watch. Their pistol rounds are definitely like the cream of the crop, so to speak, or the favoured rounds from us. But at the same time, it's is it too little, too late? It's not really end game as of yet. 9-7. There is still a comeback that could happen.
Oh, Arya, he spotted this bomb. But there's the 4-stack waiting for him, and they're coming. Arya will fall very quickly to this 5-man rush. They have the weapon, but Cloudy is able to pick up 2 before falling himself. Now, it's not an even game, but Frags are even, and Sting's coming up with the M4, looking to be making something of this. But it looks like Vasta Gaming, they kind of know what Team 10 are up to, and will be looking to go long. The rotate back onto site is going to come out from Stings, as they need to at this late part of the round. He will take position on the site here, about to peek long. It's very risky. He finds 1 kill, looks for another. As Osku peeks, and he will find him. Pink peek comes from behind, and EB shut down. And yet again, Team 10, they really look like they gave it away to Vasta with aggressive play, but here we are. Yeah. They're able to be within 1 round yet again, and that point of no return you talked about with the round deficit, we're not going to see it for quite some time at least.
No, definitely not. When you start getting sort of double digits, and you've got like a good 2-3 round advantage, that's when we start talking about things like, end game scenario where it's very hard to recover from. But EsportsWales are doing everything right at the minute. They're not stacking B like they said they were going to do. They are actually splitting between 2-on-2 sites. And some having a mid-hold as well.
Shocking behavior, honestly. I think they're trying to get an early pick to even things out, but Sting's here. Ooh, this could be incredible. But AB knows what he's onto and will fall. And so fall Stings, and yet again, Vasta Gaming picking up the first frag. The jump from Cloudy, he will find FaZe and will drop off before they can retaliate. Very nice trade there. That will be more of a consolidation at this point than anything else. Whether it is round winning, we will see. Kuhan looking for a kill onto Cloudy, but is unable to get it. He's going to play behind that focus. He knows that the players are coming here, and they know that as Arya falls, it's going to be an A push. This is where it will be decided. Kuhan will get flashed in, but will fall. Cloudy, he picks up a second, will fall, and it's all down to Hampus. He is going to have to aggress this site, and it's a very much an uphill battle. He can pull it off, as we've seen. He is very lethal when it comes to fragging, but can he get it? Time is ticking down on that diffuser. It is of the essence, and with 1 round away, is it possible? No, it's not. And Vasta Gaming, yet again, putting themselves 2 rounds ahead of Team 10.
Yeah, it's when we start getting like 2, 3, 4 rounds ahead. That's when it starts to become a bit of an issue. Right now the money doesn't look good for Team 10. So, we're going to see an eco round from Team 10, probably backed up by a further eco round as well, and that's then going to push that deficit away, unless they can make something of this eco. And they're still doing the same thing they were doing, 2-on-2, pair up.
Yeah, go for those refrags, but the rush B is coming out from Vasta Gaming, and basically pushing onto site. Team 10, they know what's happening. The bomb's going down, but with no weapons, it's very difficult to do as FaZe is able to pick off Arya. Looks for Hampus and will get him with the pre-fire. He looks for another and will look to get Stings, but Stings is just going to get traded by Oscar instead. They've realized that they didn't have to push the player low on HP. They had another person just switch him out.
Yep. Yeah, indeed. Very nice round there from Vasta Gaming. Very quick round. Speedy round from Vasta Gaming.
And yes, like we said, that 3-round difference will come in, but I want to have a look at these KDs here. We see Cloudy putting up some very impressive stats, whereas I think more of an even spread from Vasta. Not necessarily as even as Team 10, but Osku will pick off the quick kill and stop my very, very mundane conversation. So we see Cloudy looking for this flank. He'll look for it. He'll get 1 and 2. Beautiful spray down there. And evening it out to a 3v3, but the A rotate is taking place, Steve.
Yes, it is already. That bomb is going to be planted onto A. 3-man retake, 3-on-3, so not undoable, but just 50-50, which it clearly is.
We'll see this rotate come out. Hampus with the scout will be felled, however. And so just waiting as we see the rest of the players look. Something Stings will swing, gets one kill, but gets shot in the back of the head. Cloudy, it's down to him to push this and get some kills, but he will fall to Vasta, just unfortunately not looking the right way. Vasta Gaming taking it ever further out of Team Tan's reach.
12-8. This is now where we start to see that kind of deficit widening a bit more and a bit more and a bit more. You know, I'm not going to say that it's going to be, you know, impossible to pull back from a Team Tan perspective. We've seen other teams do it at even bigger deficits, you know, managing to come back.
And the rush comes out from Oscar as he finds a quick 2, looks for a 3rd, and Vasta really want to close this down, but Arya will get a kill and get a weapon, most importantly for this eco round. But the Molotov, it's going to A side. They've realized they just need to push B, get a couple of kills, rotate around, and they've essentially done all the damage they need to. Hampus will actually get a smoke that works for him as Arya will fall. He's able to rotate around these bank stairs, but EB's waiting. Doesn't see him. Hampus doesn't look and gets put down for his mistake.
Yep, 13-8. And again, the money's now looking a bit better from a Team Tan perspective. But it's whether they can do anything with that money again. You know, double AWP play as well. Sorry, okay, never mind. We're going full meme mode, boys. That's a 4 AWP play. So
all I'm saying is, Team Tan, if you can hear us, which you shouldn't be able to, Delta Bacon, a great friend of mine, would really love to see the quad Negev. But the aggressive play from Cloudy will not yield any results, but we're seeing a lot of aggressive play in general, looking to even out this fight quite quickly, and Vosku will fall to Cloudy. He'll back off. He knows that there's more than one player. He doesn't need to take this fight. They've evened it out. One player towards B. It'll be a 3-man push onto A.
the worst thing is I've been in a match exactly like this where the IGL has just gone everyone buy AWPs. And it's at that point you realise that the game has just turned into a meme.
But like I said, Team Tan probably looking to want to have some fun. But
yeah,
if there's anything we've seen from how they're playing, they're not just going to roll over. And these AWPs holding very tight angles, quite formidable, I'd have to argue, if you're on Vasta Gaming.
Yeah, it's, no one wants to come around a corner and see 3 AWPs staring at you. That is literally the last thing I'd ever want to do as an entry. But it happens.
Oh, Cloudy just misses his shot. He's able to tag up Evie now, but looks for more. He knows the push is coming. He's backing off, but there's more AWPs just waiting. He looks for a shot. Will fall to Evie. The Stings will skip the trade. Will get Molotov'd off, but the ult is coming out as well. Kenso will find Hampus. And Strings is getting shut down, and Kenso is on a tear, but will get shut down by Arya. He looks for another, but will fall to Vasta. 2 rounds away from closing it off.
Yep. All 5-7s.
Yikes.
1, 2, 3.
Say here.
3 5-7s. Come on, Arya. By the 5-7. Oh no, there's a deagle in place. Sorry, I do
Hampus has
apologize.
got a deagle, yeah.
Yeah, so 3 5-7s and a deagle.
I think we're just going to see very aggressive play from Vasta Gaming here. They know that this is well within their reach. They have the money, they have the man. Aggressive play is probably what they're going to play for.
Yeah,
and so
we said the deficit. This is the deficit.
Yeah, and Oscu will find a quick kill, but Stings gets the trade. Hampus finds one of his own with the deagle. Absolutely insane. As we see these two pushing. FaZe will not get shot by Hampus, and the push is starting to take place. 3 men on site. He gets a tag, but falls to Kenso. The utility's starting to come out. Cloudy and Stings, it's not looking great. Cloudy probably looking for an exit frag here.
He's being noisy about it if he is looking for an exit frag. That's where you can see Kenzo now looking in that direction.
Oh, and Stings and Cloudy each getting a quick kill. The utility's there. It's a 2v1 now. The bomb's Molotov off, but the push comes down. Cloudy falls, but Stings gets the trade. And he just about has time. And Team Tan, they're not giving up yet.
No, I was literally just about to say that round is winnable. And it definitely was winnable. As soon as that AK gets picked up, it's like, right, game on, let's do this. We no longer sitting with Stings on 4 HP and me with a pistol to kind of work with. Kenso not getting that frag. It's going to be a little bit of a weird one. I'm happy with it. At least anyway, 9-14 into round 9.
From an EsportsWales perspective, honestly, all you can say is we take those, and
yes.
You're going to see a duo AWP. Very impressive as we see the opening pick looking to come out from Arya, but the utility usage was perfect. The long push will come out, but Stings is waiting, misses his shots and will not fall, but misses again. It's only a matter of time and he will fall to Osku. But he knows the push is coming. The rotate is coming out from Team 10. They still have one AWP, an M4, and an AK as Arya picks off Osku. Just able to get something there. Shut down this push here, as it seems.
Killed the momentum.
As we see more utility looking to reclaim it. And we see Kenso. We see Kuhan in a very, very close position. This is I think Vasta Gaming realizing they want to slow things down and, wait a little bit.
Oh, he just caught the boot there, I think.
Oh, Arya unable to get the kill, but Kuhan will push and get Hampus. Arya and Cloudy on their own, and Cloudy's not on site. The smokes come out. Arya unable to look away at the wrong time and not be able to spot Kuhan peek, but the utility's coming out. They know the AWP is there. Cloudy able to get a kill onto Kuhan. Starts to open things up. This AWP will be key, but Cloudy falls. Vasta Gaming wanting to take to overtime, and if they can get this, they will, but FaZe gets a kill. He looks for a second, but will fall. And Vasta Gaming take us to match point.
Yep, 15-9 now into round 10, so that is... It's a yikes for me, dog. It's one of those weird ones where, Team Tan, this has probably been one of their better games that we've seen from them in the last couple of weeks.
I mean,
don't get me wrong in any way, shape, or form. It's unfortunate to see them lose, but to see them lose this way, it's actually a positive loss.
Yeah, there's a lot to take away from if you can get a fifth player in, as we see a tank come out from Kuhan. If you can get a fifth in, this can be a lot, but the B rush is coming out and it's virtually undefended. Hampus will fall quite quickly, and Vasta Gaming really want to shut things out so that I can go and cook food. Cloudy coming for the flank. Will get shut out immediately, though. Shots will come out. FaZe will fall to Stings, though, with the pistol. And as he peeks with the scout yet again, he's going to look for a kill, but there's possibly just too many and just too little time. He comes out as Arya gets a kill, but probably wants to pick up that AK for this retake if he can get it. Stings will fall. Kill down to Arya, and Vasta Gaming shut things out and take the win. And that, Steve, has been Team Tan versus Vasta Gaming on Overpass, and an incredible game by both teams. You really can't downplay.
Yeah, very well played from both teams. Team Tan, are obviously on the back foot to begin with, but still managed to take quite a few rounds off. Off Vasta Gaming. There were points of that match where you're sitting there as a caster and as a CS player myself, going, Vasta Gaming, they've got to be really unhappy with the amount of rounds they've lost. It got a little bit too close for them, I believe, towards the end of that second half, and obviously we saw the deficit kind of increase a bit more, and it becomes kind of comes unstable at that point. But at the same time, you can imagine that in the Vasta Gaming camp side of things, that there were probably a lot of conversations going on about how we lose in so many rounds to a 4-stack that are on pistols, or a 4-stack that aren't that are memeing essentially with the 4-stack pickups as well. But very good game nonetheless. I definitely enjoyed myself, and I hope you have as well this evening.
Absolutely, and I think Team Tan, they went in saying, right, we're probably going to lose, let's just enjoy it. And I think it's quite clear that they did, because they performed quite well, really well for a 4v5. They had those meme plays. Honestly, I don't think either team can really come out of this as that was horrible. Vasta Gaming, they still got the win. Yes, there's things to work on, the same with Team Tan, but overall, it was a good game from both sides, and I really enjoyed watching it with you, Steve.
Yeah, there are very few games that we watch, or very few games of CS that you can play where you come away from it with more positives than negatives when you're on the loss like that. There's a lot of positives to come out of that. Cloudy's KD ratio that's a positive in its own right. Hampus, again, we're still pulling up the ranks. Sting's also doing work, as well as Arya doing work as well. I feel with the right fifth, they could potentially turn the rest of the open around. Maybe not in time to be able to make playoffs, given how many matches are left, but certainly to get them in a good position for next season.
Looking forward, there is a lot of potential. You really can't deny that, but unfortunately, that will do it for us at the Esports Wales stream. Make sure to check us out at the Esports Wales Discord, because he'll be in chat now, because it is an amazing place to meet new people. If there's any game you want to play, chances are someone plays it, and if there's a competitive scene, chances are we've got a team. Like I said, we've just watched the CSGO teams, we've got Rocket League teams, we've got Siege, which I'm
FIFA.
on. There's everything. FIFA as well. Make sure to check it out. Steve, like you said, you're going to be streaming some World of Warcraft, so if you want to get involved with that and talk to the man behind all of the information here, make sure to check out my man. Go to his Twitter, give him a follow, and then go to his Twitch.
Yes, if you are not busy, of course. I no longer stream Counter-Strike because it means I have to put my money where my mouth is. I slag off a lot of players doing casts, and they tend to come into the stream. They're like, "Well, then you show us how it's done," and I can't play to that level as I used to. So yeah, but yeah, no, thank you very much for having me once again. Thank you very much to Jakey, Jay as well, also for the amazing observing side of things once again. And we'll catch me on the next one, hopefully.